All right, welcome back to Highfleet. Things are tricky right now. Just to recap on last time, in case you didn't watch the end of the last video, because things were going pretty well in that video, we lost the Rooster and the Wifflebat to an airstrike that came out of the blue into Muchin. They were just sitting there. They had literally just dealt with the garrison. They were landed and repairing, and the airstrike came in and wiped them out in one bombing run. What a cowardly way to attack a fleet, using aircraft instead of attacking with big corvettes and frigates. Really an underhand tactic, and anyone who does that should really be embarrassed by how they play. However, it's put us in a tricky situation. The only offensive ship we have left in our fleet now is this Paladin, which is not in a configuration that I'm 100% happy with, to be honest. The massive hole in the top for the missiles is pretty scary. There's a lot of fuel tanks there right up against the armor. It's not in a great setup. It also, I don't think, has any... I can't actually check on it because of the desert. Has any stationary thrusters. It only has angle thrusters, so it's actually fuel to rate ratio is not very great either. I do have the Black Eye coming in with an almost full tank of fuel to try and recover these two because they're actually landed in the desert with no fuel. But I've got a feeling it's not going to have enough fuel to get them both out of there, so we're going to have to think about that. My gut reaction is to just send in the fleet. Just do a massive bombing strike against Osh. But I think if I do that, my planes are going to get shot down by their planes. Because that's what I would do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to send the Great Evil King in. And we're going to launch a rocket strike against Osh. Now, at the moment, my KH-15 rockets are not close enough. I'm certain they are in this. They're in Osh. I'm absolutely certain about it. So if I want to get the Great Evil King into range, I probably need to bring it up to about here. So we'll get that on the way. I'm just going to launch a strike and see what happens. In the meantime, we're going to try and recover these ships here. I'm not going to send any planes in yet. The reason we're going to send any planes in is I believe what the AI will do is if an airplane hits a fleet, it will retaliate by sending planes back along the same trajectory until they find something. And I don't want them to find the City of the Hidden People where the Faith is currently on a 200-hour rebuild. All right, we've landed here. And our fuel is just awful. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the Shamala Hamala on its own. Actually, we're going to get the Samala Hamala and the Black Eye. We're going to fill them with enough fuel to get to Dadan. I'm going to give them just a little bit extra to make sure they get there. And they're going to refuel at Dadan. This Paladin actually has enough fuel to get to Munchin. But I worry if I fly it there, it will be hit by another airstrike. So for now, I'm going to leave it alone in the desert, which sounds a bit insane. But this is my plan to get out of there. So these two are going to fly to Dadan and they're going to refuel. And then I'm going to try and get them back to Muchin to get the Paladin out of there. Meanwhile, I'm thinking long term. I need to get a ship back to Narad. So I think once this fleet has picked this guy up, they're going to head to Narad. We're going to buy the Navarin that was here. We're going to use that as a basis for a new ship. We're going to see what else is there. Are we in missile range yet? We're not. Okay. That's a bit concerning. I want to make sure we're well within range. I want to make sure that he can make it back as well. That's very important. But as long as he's within this blue bubble, he can make it back. Let's just not strand another ship in the middle of the desert. We need to play this really stealthily. We need to make sure that the enemy do not know where we're coming from. I'm hoping they won't send planes back after the rockets that come at them. Are we in range yet? We are in range. Okay. I'm going to send in a double missile strike together just to reduce the chance of one of them being shot down. Oh, I haven't given them a target yet, so let's not hit the launch button. And I'm going to get them to activate their radar about here, just in case they've moved. But I'm pretty sure, fingers crossed, touch wood, that's going to hit. So let's launch that missile strike. Oh, I need to hit the button. And we will return this guy back to the City of the Hidden People now that that missile strike has been committed. Okay. Meanwhile, our tankers have landed with 4% fuel in Dadan. Let's fully fuel them. But dark it is. I know it seems insane to get that much fuel, but I need the fuel right now, and they can just sit and refuel here while other stuff happens. And let's just let this missile strike hit. So I need to deal with this air fleet. I can't afford to have it behind me and then pincer me into an area. It's really important that I take it out. I'm not sure really what these rockets are actually going to do because they are sitting in a city, and there's a very good chance that they're just going to hit the garrison. Rather than an aircraft carrier. And I don't know how many aircraft carriers are in this fleet. Like I say, my gut is to scan it out, like send in a T7 with no armaments to buzz the fleet like I've done with strike fleets. But the problem is this type of fleet will have lots of planes. And those planes will come up and shoot down my aircraft. So I can't afford to do that. So let's just see what happens when these missiles hit Osh. We can kind of use the missiles a little bit as sort of a scan, as a recon strike, though I'm not really particularly thinking they're going to be effective. I don't even think the missiles are going to get through. My luck with missiles has not been very great in this campaign so far, I'll freely admit it. Alright, we've got one aircraft carrier on the ground here. Looks like the missile is going for it. Is it going to get through to hit? It didn't destroy it, but it destroyed 2 T7s, because it's multi-purpose 2, that's T7. Let's see if the second missile hits. That's not bad for a strike. We've done a big... So there's an aircraft carrier here as well. I'm not sure if it's the same one. It's preparing to launch planes. Okay, we destroyed an aircraft carrier there. I think what I'm going to do now, because we've destroyed an aircraft carrier... Am I in range of my T7s? I don't think I am. I'm not. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get... Who has T7s? You don't have T7s. The Malts are strong enough. Up in the air. We're going to... Yeah, it's fully fueled. And we're going to launch 2 T7s. Just to check out what is in Osh now. 2 to confirm that one of them gets back. In fact, I may just send smaller fighters in. Because if they get shot down, I'm not as concerned. I don't want to lose my T7s. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Once they get in... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Once they get in range, I'm going to send in a single... I'm going to send in 2 LA-29s with bombs, just to see what they can deal with, see what trouble they can cause. Bearing in mind that silent strike alarm is still in effect, the enemy are going to be in the air. Maybe I'll send them with rockets. I really want to send going with these 266mm rockets, man. These things are nuts. Do we think I took out the whole fleet? That's the question. Are you landing? Where are you going? Yeah, he's landing. Cool. What's our range like here? Okay, we're in range of Osh. So I want to send this guy in here to act as anti-air in case somebody gets attacked. And can I launch another fighter, please? Nope, I've got that bug again. Let's go back. We'll go in. Nope. Apparently I'm not allowed to launch any T7s right now. If we just unselect this fleet, reselect this fleet. Oh, he only had 1 T7. Well, that makes sense. All right, I want to send in 2 LA-29s with 250 kilogram bombs then. And I'm going to send another one in with rockets just to see what we can do. It's probably not going to work very well. And then we'll get the Wasp to turn around, the Monster strong enough to turn around when it gets into place. Right, these guys have finished refueling, I believe. No, they're still fueling, 69%. As soon as they finish fueling, they're going to pick up the Paladin. They're going to fly back to Dadan, and they're going to head to Narad. But let's see what is left at Osh. Let's see if it's actually in a situation, in a position where we can deal with it. And if not, if we see any fighters, we're going to get this guy out of here, and we're just going to turn them one back. I'm really concerned that there's going to be more aircraft carriers in this aircraft carrier fleet, and we're going to hit a storm of planes that are just going to wipe us out of the sky. Nothing so far. No planes in the air at the moment, which is a good sign. Okay. Looks like Renegade is still here. There's no A though, which I think means there's no aircraft carriers. Let's buzz the garrison and see what we can see. There are no aircraft carriers on the ground here. Okay. That makes me think that there is no more planes. If that is the case, I'm going to send in the rest of these LA-29s with rockets and see what they can do. LA-29s with rockets, just to see if there's anything they can actually manage to do here. They probably can't, but we'll see what happens. How's the refueling going here? 91%. Cool. I'll just wait till the refueling's done, and then I'll go and pick up the Paladin. We might land in Muchin since we took it last time. No destination. Who is this? Oh yeah, you just need to flight loiter. Wait, who did I click on? Yeah, it's going to take you 4 hours to get there. That should be enough. Someone mentioned in a comment that I shouldn't be sending anyone to slower than flight loiter, and it's a good point because if you could put them on air stop, they actually have to speed up again if they get detected, whereas in flight loiter they are kind of at speed. It's rather than going from a dead stop, they just need to accelerate. So it is something I'm going to be doing going forward, is leaving people at flight loiter and not at air stop. Alright, let's go save the Paladin and let's see if we can take out this garrison at Osh. If we're lucky, we may be able to recover it. I don't think we'll be able to recover bits of our ships. It looks like there are no aircraft left, so it looks like we've taken out the fleet at Osh, which is amazing. Let's see if these guys can do anything. Bear in mind, these ships are in the air and will dodge. These rockets, these bombs will probably miss. Yeah, they're going to miss. They're dodging. They're going for the Slugger, which is a very... Oh, interesting. They waved off dropping their bombs because they didn't have a good bombing run. I'm actually retreating them. Oh, it's too late. Oh, this is going to hit. Yeah, it's not bad, guys. You actually hit a ship in the air. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, the good news is this fleet, there's no longer an aircraft carrier behind me. There is just the garrison by the looks of it. These rockets might do a little bit more. If they hit, they're not going to hit. A couple of them hit. You can see the rockets. Oh, nice. Okay, I was going to say the rockets are pretty useful, but that's a slugger taken care of. This garrison is probably in the range that the Paladin could take it out on its own now, which gives me a different option. I could now get the fleet. These guys here could now head to Muchin, rearm at Muchin, and then head to Osh, and we could claim Osh with what's left of our fleet. So I might do that instead. That could be a really good use of our time. How much range do you guys have? These guys have 2,000 range, 1,900 range. Are you heading back to base? I don't actually want you to head back to base yet. I just want you to pick up your planes first. You've got tons of fuel. Just head in this direction. Okay, things looking up a bit. We've got some retribution. We took out the airstrike carrier that killed the Rooster with a missile strike, and now we're cleaning up the garrison, or weakening the garrison with some planes, before the Paladin is hopefully going to take the garrison out on its own, because it doesn't look like a particularly threatening garrison now that the Slugger is gone, and we will just use rockets to take it out quickly. It looks like 2 Navarins, which I think I can deal with. What, 18 rockets in this attack, because there's 3 planes. They're probably going to hopefully take out one of these ships. Nope. They did a lot of damage to him, though. He is on fire. That's fine. I'm kind of happy just to use up 100mm rockets. They're not particularly useful, so even doing some damage with them is nice. Okay, once he's picked up his friends, they will head back to the City of the Hidden People to refuel. In the meantime, these guys are about to catch up with the Paladin, which will land at Muchin, do any trading I need to do at Muchin, and then move on to Osh. We'll also use the scanner here to detect if there's any more fleets in our area. Okay, so you can now get to Muchin. You can see there's 2 full tankers. The Paladin is not very fuel efficient at all. It doesn't have a lot of range, even after that, which is a bit crazy. I think these guys are now close enough that I can just order him to fly back and not worry about his planes not being able to catch up with him. We'll just keep an eye on this guy, but that's definitely going to be within 1,500 kilometers. Cool. Okay, we're back in action. We just need to get ourselves a decent attack ship, which we can hopefully buy in Osh. If we can't, I'll send something over to Narad to pick up that the Navarin that is there, or we can just loop back to Narad anyway. We've still got 38 grand. We've still got nukes we can sell. The nukes are basically money at this point, so I'm not too upset. Wait for these 3 planes to land. We didn't lose any planes in that attack as well, which I'm pretty happy about, because we've been losing a lot of planes recently. These guys are down to 50% fuel. Oh no, this is this guy here. Yeah, you can just go back up to flight cruise speed, and we will land in München. Okay. So, next big targets. I think I want to take Ark. Ark is a fleet HQ that is on a little bit of a dead end, but we can jump from Ark to News. Apparently there's a missile carrier here, and it's just getting us, like, we're hopefully going to go Ark, Jabok, Kiva, right? Those are our next 3 objectives. We may skip Ark and go straight to Jabok. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but let's see what's going on at Muchin. Bear in mind we didn't actually get to land. We did land here last time. Oh, we actually, okay. Blasphemy. You notice Admiral Dowd marching towards you out of the corner of your eye. Have you heard what the men are saying? He exclaims from a few paces away. They say this eclipse is divine punishment for blasphemy. They think the Almighty has plunged Gerat into darkness because the governor's men have renounced the faith. This seems a valuable sentiment for our cause, no? Prince Fazil interjects softly and suddenly. So it may seem, Prince, but entertaining such notions will do us no good, the Admiral declares with a wry, bitter grin. So, do we continue the faith playthrough and tell the men that they are right, that this eclipse is being caused by people abandoning the true faith? We do actually have, so Vox Populi here, your people are against the blasphemy, or your people are for the faith. I'm definitely going, my people are for the faith. We've actually got 1 faith now. We actually have 1 faith now. Okay, I'll tell the men they're right. We're pushing the faith. Worldview faith +2. The Aleems accept your words with elation. You hear voices of approval in the crowd. Admiral Doyd, -1. Admiral Doyd hates me. Prince Vazil, +1. I'm making some enemies. Well, let's just get a little bit of fuel, well, not too much. What have we got for purchase here? After last time, let's make sure we've always got prox fuse. That was a big mistake. We'll grab 30. And we're actually going to make sure we've got some 180 mil. Okay, we've got, let's go make this up to 30 as well. Let's make sure we've got we've got lots of AP. Cool. Don't care about 100 kilogram bombs. Nothing else here that I'm interested in. Do we have anything to sell? Don't think so. No, I'm happy with what we've still got. Okay, we'll wait for them to refuel. Now let's see. There's definitely no strike groups left in the game, as far as I can see. Oops. Well, any tack groups? Tack nearby. Do we see that big expanding circle? Here we go. Oh, okay. We've got a missile carrier group back here in Kala. So we need to bear in mind that they were here 10 minutes ago. They're looking for us. So we'll be heading up here because that's where we made a lot of noise. Any other tack groups in the area? Gonna look around for this. Oh, up here, there's an aircraft carrier group in Zamarim, right? Mirage is up here. Let's watch out for them. Any trade groups? Okay. Trade group heading to Massif, heading to Ooze. That's good to know as well, although they're a little bit out of the way. They'll be there in a while. Okay, these guys have finished refueling. Let's send them on to Osh, and the blind hope, right? That they can take the garrison. I'm pretty sure they can, and this should get us, hopefully, some new fighting ships that we can then use to continue our campaign. Even though I am rebuilding the Sevastopol into a battleship, I don't really want it to lead the charge if it doesn't have to. But maybe we need to change our plans. I'm just going to fast forward while we fly over to Osh. And then we are going to launch... I don't even see the point, really, in launching the Paladin ahead. Although it is worth it, just in case it dies, I don't lose the Shamala Hamala or the Black Eye. Yeah, we'll launch the Paladin. The Paladin is just slow. Well, actually, 258, it's just very fuel inefficient. If I send it with 100% fuel, I can make it. I'm going to send it forward now, and I'm going to flight loiter these guys just so we can get ahead. And that's our first attack. Luckily, the silent strike alarm will probably hit by the time we get there. Maybe if I just slow him down a little bit. Oh, hang on. Air stop. You guys are way too close. I had the wrong fleet running in fast. So you need to be, yeah, they're so much faster, they're actually overtaking the, even though I said don't use air stop, that was an opportunity to use air stop. They were overtaking the Paladin because they were so fast. I missed my lightnings. So we should be able to get an attack off here before they raise the alarm. As far as I can tell, there are 2 Navarins in the garrison. So here comes the final part of our retribution for the Rooster. Have they overtaken again? Okay, yeah. 2 ballistics even. We've got high explosive rounds. The Paladin's got lots of missiles. I'm just going to try and deal with this as fast as possible. Their ships are on the ground even. I'm going to launch a rocket at one of them. I'll see if this missile hits before I do any fire. It's going to miss. Okay. Nope, it actually hit the other ship. Oh, wow. The ship does not have great vertical thrust. This shouldn't take much longer. Come on. Come on. Just look at the dam. There we go. He's down. Hey, the Paladin want to fight. Well done, Paladin. We launched 1 missile to do it. I'm happy enough with that. Didn't even need the missile, really, but I just didn't want to fight with it. Okay, we need some cash here, so let's get the A220, but we need to protect the crew. Or we get the ASO-25. That's not worth a lot of money. I want this. I think I've got enough time to get crew protection, grab the fuel tanks, and get the A220, I think. Let's see what happens. So crew protection... Done. Let's search the captain's cabin quickly. Oh, I don't know if we're going to get enough time to do this and get the fuel tanks. Ships of Garrett, Tarkin spotted far northeast of Osh. Additional security requested for allied ships in area. So there is a Tarkin far northeast of Osh. That probably puts him in Agtash. Let's just mark that on the map. Okay, I'm sorry about the cat noises in the background. That is Haggis. And let's get this A220. Oh, we're getting the fuel tanks first, aren't we? And then we're getting A220. That's a perfect recovery mission there. Everyone's landed back here, which is great. I'm going to just put into motion, while I remember, a rearm on the Great Evil King, because we launched both of the missiles. I don't know if I've got any conventional KH-15s. I do. I've got 2 of them. Cool. That's just important to do. All right, and back to the action. So we have managed to get revenge for the Rooster and the Wifflebat, which is great, even though we don't actually have new ships. That's 4,000 cash we just grabbed. Let's see what's going on in the city. Okay, first of all, we don't have to worry about any events. Secondly, I thought this was... Oh wait, wrong city. I'm like, what's going on? But the city of the hidden people. It's this city I want to land in. I was like, why is there no ships for sale? Nothing needs to be purchased. Any events? No events. Okay. What have we got for sale here? We have a Gida Mark II. It's a strategic frigate. It has A100 missiles, a radar, a fire control radar, and 4 2A-37s. It's like the big boy version of the Fennec. Not a huge fan. Very expensive. Next up, we have a Scarab, which is like a... it's kind of like the Lightning. It does not have any static thrusters. It has 2 AK-100s. It has Palash. It has Zeniths. It has Flares. It has 6 Flares, which is a lot. Also expensive. We have a Rook. The Rook is a strategic bomber. If you want a cheap ship to build around, the Rook's your boy. We might buy a Rook. And what else have we got? What's this? A Jaguar. Ooh. The Jaguar is not a bad little ship. For 21,500, we get a double-barreled 180. We get... yeah, I think we're going to get the Rook and the Jaguar as the start of our new ship. Now, that's going to eat into our funds considerably, but we need these ships right now, and we can always ask for more ships later. So I've just picked up a Rook and a Jaguar. Don't want the Scarab, although I am also tempted to pick up the Scarab, to be completely honest. Let's just leave it there. Let's see what's going on in the shipyard. So just having a look at these here. The Jaguar, it's got some issues. One being the bridge sitting at the top here. The ammo next to the bridge, as we know, is a terrible idea. But as a basic chassis, we can do something with this. And the Rook is honestly, it's a rebuild fodder. It doesn't even have a gun. It has a 2A-37 and bombs. In fact, I'm just going to, we'll keep on here for now. We'll sell this. Nothing that I want is here. I might grab these D30Ss though, because neither of these ships have D30Ss mounted on them right now. And it's something I'm going to need to work on. Let's just check if our main fleet, we'll check supplies first of all. And we'll just make sure we've got enough fuel to get to the city of the hidden people. Oof, we just can't make it. We should be fine. We can land in the desert if we have to, or we can get ships to meet them. So let's get all that fuel. What else is for sale here? We've got AA missiles. We've got armor piercing 100. We've got proximity 100. Not proximity, sorry, incendiary 100. Yeah, nothing that exciting. Let me just check that the fleet here has D30Ss in stock, because we need to restart managing our inventory. D30S. Yeah, we have one D30S4. We've got quite a lot of D30Ss. Okay, that's fine. What I really need more of... I thought I was out of RD51s. Huh. Because I've got slots to mount these on. I've already mounted them. Mounted one here, yeah. Mounted one here, yeah. Ah. Okay. Is it RD59s I'm out of? It's RD59s I'm out of. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of RD59s. Okay. I was like, what's going on? Because I thought I finished the build. So I need 1, 2, 3 RD59s on this ship. Okay. No, it is the Faith now. Until I come up with a better name. Someone suggest a better name for this battleship. Okay. Cool. We'll wait for this refuel to happen here. Then we're going to send the fleet back over to the City of the Hidden People so that I can land the Rook. We'll land the Rook and the... Well, they both need rebuilds, so we're going to have another rebuild video where I work out what the hell I'm going to do with these ships. Let's just fast forward over to thinking about that. We need to get our fleet back in action, which is going to require us to... we're going to have to do some maneuvering around, really, with working out how we're going to get these ships in a combat status with our money ticking down. Now, we still have... we still ask for funds from Fazil. I think that's all we can really ask for. Yeah, I could ask for faster repairs actually from Piotr, but I kind of like Piotr being at full faith right now. Yeah, it's a tricky situation. Who here has the most fuel? Molotov, the Great Evil King, the Faith, Can't Calm the Wasp, Big Iron. I might send the Great Evil King to intercept this fleet just to give it a bit more fuel when it gets a bit closer. But let's just fast forward while they cross the desert. Which they get a lot closer. Alright, we'll send the Great Evil King with a full tank of fuel just to meet up with them. Just so that they can make it, because they're... Yeah, I understand. They're about to get more fuel. Hopefully they don't crash while they're out of fuel. So they've gone from 5% fuel to 18% fuel, which now gives them enough fuel to make it to the City of the Hidden People. Okay. Alright. Let's think about things right now. I think I'm still going to head up to Narad, honestly, and just see what's for sale there as well. So let's wait for these guys to land. We'll refuel. I don't actually know. I'm just going to probably send the Shamala Hamala up there, because Shamala Hamala has... Look at the fleet. It's getting big again. The Shamala Hamala has a full range of equipment, so we're going to head up here. What we're going to do down here in the City of the Hidden People is we're just going to start ticking up on fuel again because they've run out of fuel. We'll just fill the tanks up for everybody who's here. And let's see what's going on in Arad. There's a lot of sitting around and, hurry up while we wait for the Shamalat, the Faith, to be repaired. But yeah, let's see what's going on in Arad. I thought I ordered you to land in Arad, but you just landed in the desert. Oh, no. Belay that order. Always do that. Yeah, land in Arad, please. And let's see what we've got going for us here. There's definitely a Navarin here, which is pretty much can be used as is. It's a pretty great design. Okay, sometimes new ships arrive too. So this is the Navarin here. The only thing I need to do to this ship is replace the Vermpols with AK-100s or D-80 Mots. So that's great. We have also a Negev here. I am starting to consider picking this up because I can take the D-80 Mots off it. It has a radar which currently I can mount the bigger radar that we took off the Sevastopol on it, and it has a big fuel tank, and I'm kind of starting to need strategic cruisers. We also have the Yars here, which is something a few other people mentioned that I should pick up because I can just pull the missiles off it, which are worth 1,500 each. So the 4 missiles are worth 6,000 credits on their own, which means the ship's not worth very much. And then I've got another chassis, so that's tempting too. And then what's over here? Is this a Navarin? This is oh! This wasn't here last time. This does feel a little bit like fate, doesn't it? Is the Rooster reborn? Is this the Rooster 2.0? Or is it too late in the campaign for a Rooster? Let's look at what we've got in the way of assets we can make fluid. Because I have a lot of nuclear missiles that I'm not going to use, right? I do not... Actually, how much can I sell this thing for? So I made the mistake of saying that this was an ECM in a video recently. Apparently it is not. It's just a dummy component that doesn't do anything. So I think I'm just going to sell it. It sells for nothing. It is a total dummy component. Anyway, I've got 8 Zeniths here. They're worth 600 each. I have 2 AK-100s here. I'm not going to use these. I know I'm not going to use these. I'm going to sell them. I'm not going to use this. I might keep on this 280-37. I don't think I need... I'll keep these as well. 2 MR12s. I've got a lot of radars and sensors I don't really want to sell just now. What I do have is a lot of nukes. I actually don't have that many nukes left, do I? I've used a lot of them up. Got all these sprints as well. This is up to 8,000 in cash. Not as fluid as I thought we were. We do have money. It's not like we've got nothing. This is worth 10,000, this radar. Which is the bigger one. Probably don't need the MR2M, so I've got MR12 spare, so let's sell these. I want to keep the IRS-1s. Probably don't need the MP21s either because I want the MP404s on things. That's up to 14 grand. I want to keep some nukes around. Like, I don't want to get rid of all of them. That would be stupid. This is on 14,000. The thing is, if I'm spending this money, I need to make money very quickly. With 14,000, what can I buy and still have money left over? Well, the Lightning's 8,800. That's very tempting. It's a lot cheaper than the Navarin, and I know I can fly a Lightning and really push it up, like really get it to punch above its weights, and I have the guns for it. The other option here is, I don't think I'm going to get the Negev. It's too expensive, but I think I can get the Lightning. Okay, I think my plan is going to be to get the Lightning and refit one of the other ships to be kind of like the Wiffle Bat, but better, and send them into a new attack fleet. That's going to take a bit of time, that's going to take a bit of work, but we can send them to Dedan to do the refit, so they're not doing it at the City of the Hidden People. If we do that, we can then start moving into this area here, maybe even take Tarshish if we send some air support up to do it, and then we can start working our way. We maybe skip out on Ark, it's just too out of the way. We'll go Tarshish, Jabok, Akiva. Yeah, okay. That is the plan for the next episode. We're going to purchase the Lightning. We're going to work out a name for it. It might be the Rooster, it might be something else. We're going to get one of our ships we bought here, either probably the Jaguar or the Rook, up to Dedan to refit it. We'll just send the Jaguar along as well as part of the attack fleet and just up speed it a little bit. So we need a rebuild design for the Jaguar, we need a rebuild design for the Rook, and we need a rebuild design for the whatever the Lightning is going to be called. And they're going to operate northward of the Sevastopol while it repairs itself. They're going to try and take Tarshish. They're going to try and get us some money. and we're going to take it from there. So we're back in action. We're running low on cash. We still have opportunities available to us to complete this campaign. If money gets tight, we're going to stop doing everything and we're just going to rush for Kiva, but I really don't want to do that. But anyway, thanks for sticking with me. I really hope you're enjoying the campaign, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.